So that summer is approaching, and I'm sure we are all starting to think about our figures. We want to trim down, we want to tone up, we want to lose the weight. But if you want to stay slim, we must crack those common food mistakes because we still are consuming high calorie foods. So we need our eating habits to change. We need help. Fast food, high calorie desserts, sweet drinks, and more have not only filled us up, but they have filled us out. So let's take a look. Most common eaten foods are actually quite high on calories. Change the way you eat can be easy when you have the knowledge. So let's have a look at some of these food favorites, but they really are calorie bomb foods. So studies have actually shown that most of our calories are actually coming still from the high fat and high sugar foods. Sweets like cookies and cakes along with yeast breads are found at the top of the list. But we also load up on calories in chicken dishes because they are often breaded and fried. So sodas and energy drinks along with those sports drinks, pizza, alcohol, pasta, all of these dishes are piling on the calories. And fruits and vegetables have actually been seen not to even make a dent in our daily calorie count. So this is really important to be having a look at our own diets here. So what should we really be eating? We have to eat less of the solid fats and added sugars. At the moment, solid fats and sugars count for approximately 800 calories per day. That's almost half the calories an average woman should have in a day. We need to limit those solid, trans and saturated fats, cut back on the fast food and refined grains like white bread, and while you're at it, cut down on the salt too. Most of us are getting way too much, and this is raising our chances of high blood pressure and heart and kidney disease. So tips to know that fats are actually solid at room temperature usually contain saturated and trans fats, and trans fats should be avoided as much as possible, and you should only actually be consuming about 10% of your calories contributed to those saturated fats. So where will you find these saturated fats? You're going to get them in foods like butter, animal fats, in meat, dairy, bacon and chicken skin. So it's really important to have a good look at what you are eating. So, what kind of foods do we need to eat more of? We have to have more of those nutritious foods in our diet. So, instead of fatty meats, choose those lean protein and seafood. We should be opting for about 8 ounces of fish a week. That's about 3 to 4 portions. Instead of solid fats like butter or margarine, use olive oil, canola oil, and other oils that are good for your waistline and also your heart. And instead of those baked goods and cereals with all the white refined grains, make at least half of your grains whole grains. Other great healthy choices are eggs, beans, and lots of fruits and vegetables. So why do we talk about whole grains being so important? Well, the outer shell of bran or a kernel of wheat, rice, barley or other grain is full of fibre, vitamins and minerals. And fibre is so good for us because it helps to fill us up on fewer calorie and also aids with your digestion. So when the white or refined flour is being made from a kernel of wheat, the bran is actually removed. But with it, as you can see, goes the fibre, goes those B vitamins and goes the minerals. So that is why it is so important. So you may have grown up in a house being told, clean your plate. The problem is that dinner plates in some homes and restaurants have actually gotten bigger. So has the amount of food we put on them. So if you are cleaning your plate, you are probably consuming way too many calories and overeating. So what's a daily diet kind of look like? How many calories should you be having? Well, of course, it's going to depend on your age, your gender, and how active you are. But in general, an inactive woman should have approximately 1,600 to 1,800 calories a day, and an active man should be having around 2,400 and 2,800 calories a day. And when we look at this, it is also important to look at, well, what is a portion? So if you're using a mouse every day, it is easy to grab the right size potato at a grocery store. But at a restaurant, potatoes are likely to be twice the size that and big and loaded with those toppings and extra calories. So eat smart is what we're saying. So eat part of the potato and take the rest home. Eat less of the loaded toppings and maybe choose different. Choose the sweet potato sometimes. It gives you great vitamin C and vitamin A, which keeps both your eyes and skin healthy. When we talk about pasta, we mean one portion is a half a cup or a half a baseball. That's 1 ounce or a half a cup of grains. So opt for healthier pasta. If you eat more than one portion of pasta when you eat, skip the bread basket, but count that extra pasta as another portion of grains for that day. What do we mean when we talk about meat or fish? We are talking about one portion being the size of a deck of cards or the palm of your hand. That is not including your fingers. That is approximately 3 ounces of protein. And eat the lean protein. Go fish, go poultry, eggs, nuts and beans at every meal to help build that muscle and lose that weight. When we talk about vegetables, what do we mean? Well, a size of broccoli and berries is equivalent to the size of a baseball. One serving of fruit and veggies is one baseball or a fist. One serving of leafy greens is 2 tennis balls. That's a cup of serving of fruits and vegetables. Now, we never say limit your fruits and vegetables. We say eat all, but do count your portions properly. So it is so important to make sure that we are set out on these goals. Hope you've enjoyed this blog and see you again soon.